Hello everyone. I am going to scrapbook Skylar. She's the youngest granddaughter. And I think it was probably about this time last year I think it was in February, but anyway. I was watching her while her mom went on vacation, and anyhow, we were sitting at the table. I think I was making flair for my oldest granddaughter's birthday party. And anyway, I gave her some paper to cut out, and she was actually a really good paper cutter. And I would say she had been 5 at the time because I think she just turned 6. So that's what she's sitting here. She's got a little pair of scissors that match her leggings because pink is her favorite color. And then I have this other one. Boy, I think I get so much dust from our fireplace. And then I've got one of the journaling cards, and I showed you the papers before. It is I thought it was right here on this. It is the Echo Park I'd Rather Be Crafting. And so anyhow, I am using this sketch, and kind of loosely, I guess, but I will have the pictures here. I'm gonna have the other journaling card right here where it has a tag, and I am gonna be putting the title up here, but basically like that. Okay, so first of all, I did gut the background, and I've been cutting flowers out of that. And so, you know me, I'm gonna do two pieces of tape here, and stand up to put this down, and I'm gonna, it's my goal not to use the T-square because I swear it takes me twice as long to get it wrong. So I'm just gonna figure I'm close. I think that is really good. Now I just gotta check it. Okay, that looks very straight to me. Okay, so that's good. I don't even want to tear it back up. That's unusual, right? So I've got Skylar here, and so in the drawing or the sketch, it's got one up, one down, and then it's got a tag over here, well, a journaling an envelope, I guess. And I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna maybe put this over this and this over this. I mean, because really it's just a little bit of table we're missing there. And so let me put this one down first. And I will put this here, so I'm kind of hitting for the center. Okay, so, and I'm gonna I want to be able to see all these little tools, so I'm gonna kind of line it up where you see them at the top, you see them at the bottom. And I showed you also the other day when I was showing you the kit that I've already put the paper, I put them on this grid paper that was in the kit. So, and I've even matted this here. So I think that is, it looks like the middle. Let's see. That is very close, I would say, to the middle. Let's see. And yes, very close. I think I just need to slide it over here a smidgen. Okay, so that should be good there. Okay, I'm gonna call that the spot. And now I'm gonna put this one here. just tuck it under here, and I still want to be able to see as many tools as possible, so it looks like I'll be seeing them up here, and then it will you'll kind of have a little clipping of them down here. But I figure if I kind of line them up where I get to see a row of them, because I just think the paper is so cute. It was hard to find. I did see that I had a pair of scissors in my school supplies for my school. What do I want to call it? My school embellishments. But anyhow, I did decide I'm going to be using these safety scissors. So let's see, I got about 1 3/8 inches over here. What do I have over here? 1 inch and a little more than that. Okay, so I'm going to slide this over here a little bit more. Let's see, probably about right there. And it's got to be up a little higher. I should do all this before I come on. It's like it takes so long just getting me to line it up. Hopefully you're not seeing just my head of hair. Okay, I think that looks pretty good there. And the first thing I'm going to do is put this part down, because I'm going to have to use E6000 to put it down. So I'm going to go over here and make I'm going to do a floral kind of an arrangement of flowers underneath here, and that's what I'm going to put I got to tell you, cutting these flowers out, I don't know whether it was because the background, it's like a wood grain. I don't know whether it was because it was dark, but it seemed like it was harder to cut out than like just your basic flowers that I have no problem cutting out. So this is my favorite flower. I just thought that one was so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna put it and kind of turn it so that I get to see a little bit of the leaves down here. And I hope it's kind of in the right spot here. I want to kind of guess, because I'm going to stick the little children's safety scissors right here. Oh, and I guess they really are safety scissors, because when I was trying to tie the ribbon on them, which I did ahead because I knew that would take me forever, that I actually had it up against my sleeve, and it was like pinching my sleeve, but at least it didn't cut my sleeve, because I had on my favorite long sleeve tee earlier when I did that. Actually, it's just the only one that doesn't have stains all over it or holes on it. Actually, I got the stains out of my shirts. It just had, they had a bunch of holes because I wear them. Actually, it's like one spot. I don't know whether I rub against something that's kind of pulled it, kind of torn the fabric or what. But every shirt that I wear around the house ends up with like a little hole in it, always in the same spot. So I don't know what the deal is. I think I got a little bit of tape here. I guess when I do these little tiny pieces, I need to use glue, because now I got to finagle with them. Okay, that's pretty close. Okay, hopefully I'm in the screen. Let me push it back up there. Okay, and so I got those there. And I'm going to put this one down a little lower. So I'm just kind of filling in the background where my scissors are going to lay. And I kind of want that one tucked underneath because it's the bigger flower. And okay, I guess this is where I'm going to have to use glue. So I probably should be gluing all of them since the scissors is going to be on them, because that is going to, it needs to take more weight. But, you know, after I get them in the scrapbook, they'll be kind of, you know, not really bothering it, or, you know, they won't be moving around much once I get them in there. I just hang them up in my art room for a while, so that kind of, you know, it's like I kind of can tell how well they're going to hold up after they've been sitting in my room or hanging in my room, because sometimes I find parts on the desk underneath it, and it's like, okay, I gotta put extra glue on that. I think these flowers are really cute, but I don't know, they were super hard to cut out. Okay, and let's see, I think I just need one of these that I'm putting up in the corner, and then anything I have left, I'll decide what I'm doing with it then. I think I need to put that right about there. Okay, now I'm gonna put the scissors on here, and I've got these two ribbons. This one's got a pink dot, it's white with the pink trim, and then this is stuff that I bought at this place called the Flower Factory, and it's got sparkles on the end, so I used the two. And now I need my E6000, and these I bought these scissors on eBay. I got 3 different pairs, and I don't remember how much I paid for them, not too much. And then I sprayed them all white on one side. I figured it wouldn't pay to spray them on the other side, because if once I glued them down, it would just be, you know, pulling, it would pull the paint off and then not stick to what I wanted it to stick to. Okay, so I've actually probably got quite a bit on there, but I'm gonna take a little extra before I put the lid back on. And this stuff, you know, it's like I try not to breathe when I'm in the room with it, because it's pretty wicked. And so I'm gonna try to put some in all the different places, and I'm putting it on the ribbon too, except for I'm not going to put it on that. And it doesn't matter that they can't open. I actually was going to use them open, but then I just thought, well, I think they'll just stay there better if I have them closed. And I had seen this idea on a card, and I thought, nobody will save a card that long, and I just loved it, so I thought I'm doing it on a page. And so I did this on my oldest daughter's scrapbook, one of her pages, and then I figured I had to do Skylar's, because I actually got a picture of her with scissors. I think my other daughter is my daughter's, I think when I did hers, it wasn't even on. She didn't even have any scissors on the page. I just wanted to do it because I thought it was so cute. Okay, now I'm going to try to avoid touching it, just because you really stick to it. Okay, and I'm kind of overlapping the bottom a little bit, and I guess it didn't matter that I had some on the top, but oh, it does actually hit the paper. Okay. But I think they are super cute. And you're probably wondering how I'm gonna put this in a sleeve. And I'm thinking maybe this won't go in a sleeve, and I'm gonna throw this in the trash, so I'll be right back. So, yeah, if I don't have one of the pages in a sleeve, I figure that's okay. They'll just have to be careful with that one. Okay, so still over here in this area, I have just a little piece of a doily. I have these little things that I call them my little color tubs. Janet showed us how she does these little color tubs, and so I really like that idea. I have one that's Actually, I kind of have them mixed together, but one of them is supposed to be dark and the other was supposed to be light, but I see I got some dark in here too. Because I always have lots of pink. So I kind of went through these things today, and I also went through my white one. So I've just got this little piece of lace, well, doily I mean, and I'm going to stick that just down here at the bottom of the one that I just put the scissors on. And I glued it on the top instead of the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking, but I guess it doesn't matter one way or another. Okay, and I think that looks pretty even there. Because on here it has the title there and then a subtitle, and it actually has a little B over here, but I'm gonna put flowers down here. If I can find my flowers. What did I do with them? I must have covered them up with what? Huh, I thought it was so organized. Okay. I don't know, somehow I moved something. Okay, I don't know what. Maybe I picked them up and used them in there? No. Okay, I guess I'll find them at the end. Okay. So, or maybe, oh yes, I knocked them on the floor. Sleeves. I guess I need to scrapbook sleeveless. Because yesterday I had, the other thing yesterday stuck to my arm, I guess not my sleeve. Okay. So I have a little blue flower, a little red flower, and a little yellow flower. And so I'm just going to stick one right here on this doily. Putting the blue in, the biggest one is this red one. So I'm putting that kind of down here at the bottom of the scissors. And then I have still a yellow one. So it's kind of the colors that are the main part of this kit. And then the little white flowers, I'm gonna take, let's see if I can pick them up. I need to have my little pickup tool in my little container that I filled up the other day. Okay, so I have to remember that. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue just underneath this so that it's not lifting up afterwards. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of put them cascading, kind of like they just kind of fell off the doily. Oh, that's what, I have it backed and I almost picked those up. That's funny. Okay, so now I'm gonna call this Busy as a Bee. So I'm gonna put Busy right up here. And then that bee that I made, I'm gonna use that again today. Okay, so I think, let's see, I'm gonna put, oh, I better think this out because I think I changed my spot. Let me get my cheater here. Okay, yes. See, I have to take a picture of it because I had it all different arrangements. Okay, so this I'm gonna slide it over a little bit because I'm putting this little here I got out of my little pink tub. Because I was gonna put flowers there and then they just blended in, so I thought, okay, I need to have another little embellishment cluster base. Okay, so I think that's a good spot for that. And I was going to put busy with Z's, but it just looked odd. So it's going to be busy. And then I got these little tiny stickers, and I think I got them at Tuesday morning, but they're super tiny. So that's going to be as a. And sparkly turquoise. And it's a good thing they're sparkly, otherwise you might not be able to see them on that busy background. And then I'm going to put the bee over here, and I'm going to put him up on a little bit of dimensional. And I keep sliding out of the space. I need a really wide lens. Okay, and I think I need it just to be a little bit smaller. I think these little bees are just adorable, if I do say so myself. Okay. And I like using it as a word. So busy as a bee. I was going to put this down here, but then once I decided I was going to, once I did my arrangement of flowers, I just like the flowers there, and so I thought I'm just going to leave them. And now I've got this little base I'm going to put a cluster of flowers on, and actually maybe I'll arrange it on here first, because I've got one flower that's just a half a flower, because I'm going to overlap it anyway, so I figured it was fine to use that. I'm going to just put it like that. And then I have my yellow one. Which is going to overlap that a little bit. Oh, I got birds keep sitting on the gutters. Oh, they're so noisy. It's like, what is going on out there? And then I realize it's the birds. And I told my husband, I don't know how much film I lost. Sorry. Okay. I don't know where you're at, where I was at. I just noticed that the camera was off. So I've got a floral arrangement here on this one of the 3x4 cards. I put flowers down here. I don't know if you've seen any of this, and I've got little flowers trailing. I already had my scissors with the bow on it, and I've used E6000 to put it down. I've got busy as a bee up here, and bee is my word. Okay, and I'm making a little cluster base to put here, but I figured I would just put all my flowers on it first. So, in case you missed all that, it's a recap. Usually I hear it when it goes off. I don't know what happened. Hopefully I turned it on. I'll tell you, I bought a new computer, and I don't know if it makes the internet run so slow that it just doesn't work properly. I don't know. It's just so annoying, because I have been on the phone with the Geek Squad 3 times now. And they go, okay, now it works. And it's like, okay, if you say so. But now I'm starting to question that. Does it work? This is my favorite paper. You know, it's that flower with the pink plaid on the other side. And I'm always telling you it's my favorite. I actually found another piece of it the other day. It was so thrilling. Okay, and I'm just gonna stick that right next to the busy. Okay, and then I have a couple of more of these little tiny flowers. So I think I'm gonna put one, I'm kind of cascading down from this too, because I think they are adorable. Okay, and I think all I have to do is put the enamel dots on. Oh, nope, I've got, oh, nope. That is one of my lines. It's like, do you think I could just say something so weird as, oh, nope? Does anybody else say that, or is it just me? Because I say that all the time, which I think is really silly. Oh, nope. I'm not really finished. So I am putting on these pink photo corners, and I'm doing it on the inside. And you know, it's like I've got these the two youngest grands, their favorite colors are pink. So we get out the pink embellishments because I have them and I'm not afraid to use them. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. This, you know, it's like I don't feel like I've put a bunch on here, but it seems like it's very, like there's a whole lot going on because of the paper. And I love it. I love that paper. So now I do have a few of the enamel dots, and I think I'm going to use these dark turquoise ones just because it's like there's every color on here, but I didn't want to put something on that, you know, it's like I already have a bunch of the pink, and oh, since I rearranged these, it's like it's pretty hard to get off. I've got a bunch of the pink, and I've got a lot of yellow on here. Oops, I want that down just a little bit further, maybe. Okay. I'm glad that scrapbook things don't just, you know, stay right where you put them at the beginning. I'm glad they'll move for us. And put 3 up here. I think I actually need one more here just because I've got 3 flowers there. And put some of that. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some right behind the, well, not right behind the bee because we don't want to look like he pooeyed, as Janet would say. You gotta watch when you got a critter on your on your page that you don't put enamel dots right directly behind them. Yeah. We don't want any bee poop on here. Okay, so that's it, and I will have, oh, that one side is heavy. I will have close-ups at the end, and thank you for joining me, and remember, if you like it, give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.